I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space.
Maximum volume.
With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Yeah. Well, give me all you got, don't hold it back. Yeah. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. Yeah. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, my LinkedIn friends. Normally it's morning time, but now it's a special time, 2 p.m., so we can get across all this storm that happened in Florida. First of all, it's important that you start off the Monday happy. Happy will make you get to Wednesday. Then after Wednesday, you're on your own. But I'm asking you guys right now, they think of happy thoughts that'll get through Monday. And that's why I play that song, because, we got enough stuff that's going to be on our plate as we get up, And unfortunately, as we all know, we just survived something that we call here, we survived Irma, Ian. So I know this is about that. Unfortunately, some people may have lost their lives, but this is a time to be happy. Try to be happy for the rest of the week, or at least until Friday. Again, I want to say, prayers and condolences for all the ones that did not survive Ian. I know it was a terrible thing. I could tell you what I did. See, when I started out, and I'll show you the program. I was on TV not too long ago. And it first started out, it kept saying, Tampa, flee. So what did I do? I jumped my car and I fled to Orlando. I turned on TV, guess what it says? Oh, it's not going to Tampa, it's going to Orlando. So that's the kind of unpredictability that we have when it comes to these storms. Again, we have some devastation. Hope everybody survived it. Checking your friends. Most people getting the power on. But let me tell you one thing I want to do is, let's start our VCV update. Kind of tell you what things I've been doing so far to make sure I get my point across. So remember last time, if you guys don't remember last time, I always said there are things you got to do to be about it. For Veterans Council veterans, going to be about it when it comes to military sexual trauma. The first thing you do, you need to start talking to your legislators. And that means federal, state, county, whatever. So that's what we did. We talked to Councilman Castor and her staff, with General Nero and Kevin Cagle, who's part of our MST tribe. Then we talked to Kathy Castor. You see right there, we talked there, serious talking going on. To the right, we talked to Michelle Salzman. She's a veteran. She's a representative up in Pensacola. Then we talked to, and I have the picture, but I'll send it next time, we talked to Bill Rockus' staff, Jerry Custon. So you got to talk, first things, talk to legislators. Get their attention. We got to do that again once the election's over, but let's get their attention. That's the first thing. Now, the second thing you do when you're a serious advocate is you have to get on TV.
Suicide is a public health issue affecting all walks of life. It's an urgent issue among veterans as well, but it's also preventable.
Data reveals that on average, 22 veterans a day die by suicide. It's sad and alarming, but there are resources to help save the lives of veterans. Trooper Steve is here now with our latest installment of Serving Those Who Serve.
Thank you, ladies. PTSD, survivor's guilt. There are many reasons why veterans in particular feel like there's really no way out of a difficult time. So joining me right now is Major Tony Williams Jr., U.S. Army retired, and President, CEO of the Veterans Counseling Veterans Group. Major, thank you for joining me here this morning. As a fellow veteran, it's It's always amazing to be in the presence of one that dedicated their lives. So thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
So Major, you handed me this pamphlet first when you first walked in about an event, MST, Military Sexual Trauma Conference. If you could, real quick, brief me a little bit about something like this that you just attended.
So one of the primary missions of Veterans Council Veterans is suicide. Anything that touches suicide, we do. Well, what people don't know is that women veterans have twice the rate of suicide than non-women veterans.
Wow.
And the main reason is military sexual trauma. So I had this conference to bring us all together, again, bringing us all the survivors all together to start doing something about it. So that's the conference I had in USF in Tampa about a month ago.
How many people in attendance for something like
Close
that?
to 100. We had male.
So one of them, get you on TV, and then get my face back on the camera here. So that's nothing. So first you start talking to your legislators. Second, you get on TV, right? To let them know this is a serious thing, and military sexual trauma. You don't hear about it, but it's happening. And in fact, I just saw a report that there's an increase, 18% increase in assaults for this year. 18%, which means there's more people who are going to be who may be suffering from MST and depression, whatever, that's coming back on our lap. So we got to get the word out. We got to let people know what's going on. But we're not just about awareness, about doing. So that's one of the things I'm very passionate about. And you will hear about this until you can't stand it. But I'm gonna keep on doing it because it's my God assignment. The next thing you do is that what you don't know is every third Wednesday, 8 o'clock, we have a Zoom for military sexual trauma survivors. And that way we can sit there and talk about it. It's a private, so it ain't be broadcast out there. It's a private thing. You got to register, and you come in and you sit there. And you're there to be a support, to help maybe explain some things that may have help you get through things like we do in the military. We kind of help each other out, putting a person underneath their wings, and they help them. So we're gonna have that. We're gonna have experts as well on claims, on counseling, on families, whatever. So that's gonna happen every third Wednesday for this month. So you do that kind of stuff. The last is you build a tribe, because you don't want to go out there by yourself, right? Something to make it even more scarier when you go up a hill charging and you don't want there charging. So then you got to build a tribe. And that's the next step is tribe. So those out there who see this, if you're interested in being part of the VCV MST tribe, let me know. Put it text in the comments, send me email. There's so many ways, but then it's a tribe. We're going to have another conference in 2023, and we'll let you know more about that as we get closer. But military sexual trauma is serious. We are all responsible, accountable. It's not just a single group of people, because MST not only affects women veterans, but also male veterans. And you'll hear more about that. You saw Kevin the last update I had. You had Kevin on, and I tell you, it was traumatic. I was hearing about a male survivor, and there's more than what you think. There's more than what you know, because a lot of them people do not want to expose themselves as far as, hey, I'm a survivor. I have a special guest for you, but first, before I do a special guest, I got to do my little promo for the Central Club's Charity Classic. Charity Classic. They're going to have Central Club on the 21st of October is going to have an event. It's country western, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, going on, and they're going to give their proceeds to Veterans Counseling Veterans. Yep, their proceeds, half the proceeds. So what I'm asking for you is help, please. If you support them, you support me. So definitely get it's in West Shore down in Tampa. Buy a ticket, sponsor, whatever, and half the proceeds will come to Veterans Council Veterans. But I want you to see a commercial that they have already done. So hold on here.
Howdy, partner.
Howdy, partners.
The Charity Classic is set.
It'll take place at the Center Club October 21st.
That's a Friday night full of fun and fanfare.
We will salute Veterans Counseling Veterans.
This incredible event will have us tipping our hat.
Imagine this. You can kick up your spurs on the dance floor.
We'll have some yeehaws with heavy hors d'oeuvres.
And lots of drinks. Cheers.
Sign up on the link provided. You don't want to miss this. Our Charity Classic, October 21st at the Center Club.
We are saluting the amazing work these veterans do.
Get ready for a boot scootin' boogie good time.
Yeehaw! Hope to see you soon, partners.
Yes, yeehaw! Hope to see you there soon, partner. Yes, so that's here. Veterans Council. I'm going to be there. A couple of our staff is going to be there. at this event on October 21st. Please show up. Please buy some tickets, donate, whatever. But whatever, anything you give to them, it comes to us. So just want you guys to know about that. Whoo, boy, oh boy, let me sit there and change my hat here. You know, I feel kind of uncomfortable, kind of naked without this. This is this is me. Okay, now we're back to me. I feel good now. I feel better. So what I want to do is provide you is a special guest, a person who, it's funny how we met as far as, you know, we went to this Tampa Vet Network, whatever, and I was out there and she was there and we talked for like 5 minutes, not real short. And then next, you know, she contacted me and that's how we met. That's how I always say it's a God assignment. I was supposed to be at that place, so she's supposed to be at the piece. And she ended up being, her and her friend ended up being at our conference. And here she is right here. Look at that. Doesn't she look bad to the bones? Okay, she's a personal trainer. If that's somebody, I don't know if she did put a smile, but that like a drill sergeant right there saying, hey, it's time to get the work on, right? Kind of get the work on. So that I want to sit there and introduce, with no further ado, I'd like to introduce Denise Rivera. How are you doing, Denise?
Hi, good afternoon, Tony.
What were you thinking about when you made that picture? That looked like an intimidating picture.
Yeah, probably just how I used to want to be a drill sergeant.
Okay, used to. So let's tell us a little bit about who you are first before we talk about the conference.
All right, so I'm an Air Force veteran. I was in law enforcement. I'm currently an entrepreneur, as well as a personal trainer, like you mentioned. I'm a mother of two young adults, a boy and a girl. They're in their 20s now. I have a young grandson. He's 2 years old. So I'm wearing a few different hats right now. I just retired out of Social Security, and I am entering the entrepreneurship arena. I did just get my U.S. patent for a design product that I created about 3 years ago. So now I'm in the process of looking for a manufacturer to get that onto the market.
Wow, you're just enterprising. I want to thank you. I got a little shout out to Sandra here. She's my sorrow. So she just say hello. So make sure how you doing, Sandra? So look at this. You just sit there and you retire from Social Security. You don't even like somebody retired, but let's just say, okay, you retire from Social Security.
Retired early.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say, man, they must got an early packet out or something.
Okay.
And then you start, and like you said, you have many hats. Your grandma. What do they call you, Nana?
Lela.
Abuela, huh?
Lela.
Okay. They call my wife Nana. Okay, they call her Nana, mother. Now you're an entrepreneur. You patent it, and so tell us a little bit about your personal training. What's the name? How do people get in contact? If they want to sit there and get lose some weight, where do they go?
Well, I think I've always had, even as when I was in high school, I always was kind of drawn to physical fitness. I was in track growing up. Out of high school, I wanted to be a PE teacher, but my mother wasn't about that. So she took me to the Air Force recruiter and said, here, you got something better to do. Then just throughout my whole life, physical fitness was always very big. And then 2020, COVID came. I gained about 40, 50 pounds. I worked my butt off to lose it. I was actually in a bodybuilding competition in 2021. And after that, I thought, you know what, if I can do it, anyone can do it, and actually my passion is just helping other people, lose weight, attain their fitness goals, and motivate and inspire. So I started personal training this year.
Okay, yeah. So you say you lost 40, 50 pounds. I think I found it right here. You want it back?
No, thank you.
Here, you can have it. But anyway, yeah. So that is a great thing. It's a good, like I said, keeping you healthy. You'd be a great role model for your kids as well. They start seeing you being active, then they can be active and stuff like that. And how long have your business been around?
My business?
Yeah, your personal training.
Oh, well, I just started that this year. I got certified earlier in 2022 through ISSA, and I'm working. Actually, my coach, my own personal trainer, took me under his wing, and I'm working through his gym at Tampa Advanced Fitness in Tampa. I'm sorry, Team Advanced Fit.
Team Advanced Fit. Okay, we have to remember that later on. I put a Team Advanced Fit. Okay, Team Advanced Fit in Tampa. Oop, I messed that up. Oops, look how I spelled Tampa. Okay, so Team Advance, go ahead. Team Advance Tampa. So anyway, so the reason why we're here because you attended our event on 26th, 27th of August, and I just want to get your insights on what you think about the event, what drew you, what made you I want to go to this event, and then just give us insight about the event we had on 26th, 27th August.
Right. So as you mentioned earlier, we met. Actually, it was I think it was a week before the conference. I met you at a Veterans Network function. I was very interested because I'm as well an MST survivor. So it spoke to me. And attending the conference for me was very powerful. I was surprised to see that there were many others who shared stories of MST and that were survivors as well. And interesting enough to learn at the conference that it didn't just affect the veteran, it also affects work, family, extended, friends. I mean, just a whole broad, chain of things that happen when someone experiences this thing. And to my surprise also was the attendance at the conference wasn't as big as I thought it was going to be. I mean, honestly, I thought there were going to be hundreds of people there because it was something that I thought, wow, finally something that addresses this, this topic. So hopefully next year it's going to be a lot bigger.
Yeah, that was our first one, and of course as this thing grows and because people are like, they're like, oh, here's another conference, and go down there, blah blah blah, nothing happens. So you got to get past that reluctance, especially as veterans, right? And then the person who's going to MST, it's you always feel like that people don't understand you, whatever. So hopefully with people like you talking about it and everything else, next year it'll be even bigger and broader on that.
Yeah.
I know maybe it'll be a 3-day event instead of 2 days and that kind of stuff there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. So yep. And then now, so you said you're a survivor like that. So again, my third one, I'm not gonna put you on the spot right now. I'll put you on the spot later on. Is having a tribe. You gotta have a tribe, a team, or whatever, because it's even if it's Veterans Council Veterans, not just a Veterans Council Veterans thing. It's got to be all of us. It can't be just Veterans Council Veterans. It's got to be everybody with a bigger voice, and that's what I want to try to do for the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months to try to get more organizations involved so we have a bigger voice to that. Is there anything, if you were a legislator, I'm going to see a couple more legislators, what would you want me to say to them to try to get them to, if you do this, or you need to support this? I know I put you on the spot. She asked that, but what would you ask them?
Yeah, I mean, it's a topic that just was always swept under the rug, I believe, and I believe that now is the time to just start talking about it and putting it, on the table. It's not going to go away. Right. So, and people are suffering in silence.
Yes,
and that's a killer. So. In order to help relieve, someone who is maybe suffering in silence is, for them to understand that they're not going through this alone and that someone is working behind the scenes to help get the resources out there to find their tribe and things like that, like you mentioned.
Yeah, that's the thing. You mentioned I had 2 panels. One was a family, because we see how it affects the family, and it becomes generational if you don't take care of the family. But then this what I call social determinants. So there are other things out there like that you may look that affects you, from housing to employment to whatever.
A wide variety of things. You're right. Yeah. You're right. Divorce. It leads to divorce. Every.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Divorces. Oh my goodness.
And we don't understand why. Why? Marriage is failing. So it's just a lot of things. But
and your kids.
I believe you're on the right path, and I thank you for pursuing this passion and your mission.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it, and I'm glad you came on board. Can I get a discount? Can I get a discount on your personal training? I I just kidding. Okay, I got the gym.
I'll give you a free session. I mean, just show up.
Okay, but anyway, I appreciate you, Denise, for being on and being part of this as we continue to sit there and let people know about not just being aware, but we need support. There's women out there and men out there who need support, not just saying sorry.
Right. Right.
So that's it, Sarah, and I appreciate you. I'm going to sit there and I hate going with 20 minutes past. I like in 15 minutes, but what you had to say, I think, is very important. I can continue the beat. Thank you very much, Denise.
Thank you. Take care.
So there you have it. We just got finished talking about the military trauma, the suicide part. We got one of our people who showed up at the event. We're definitely gonna make sure next year it's gonna be bigger. I'll need your help. We got to keep doing this and to make sure that not just they're aware of it, but there's other resources out there. So, this is it. Been 20 minutes, and this is VCV CEO update. Tony Williams